to this beautiful day and welcome to this channel. If this is your first time, I just want to say thank you for joining. If this is more than your first time, well, welcome back. Thanks. Always appreciate the support. I hope you can hear me. I'm out here on a very windy day, and as you can see, I'm using they call this a dead cat. This little fuzzy thing is called a dead cat mic. Covers your microphone, so I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to check this out. I'm going to put it as close as I can to my mouth. So anyway, I went to an Airbnb the other day. It was a birthday party celebration. It was my teenage son's best friend. He's turning 18. And his mom booked this real fancy Airbnb out in, well, it's sort of Kissimmee, Orlando area, if you're familiar with Kissimmee. It's near International Drive and, the attractions, the back door to Disney World, in other words. Okay? So she booked this 5-bedroom, 5-bath house with a little pool in the back. It was all fenced in and, not really fenced. Oh my God. Screened in. Gosh, my brain just went. Psh. A screened in back pool with a back patio, a garage with some games to play like air hockey and things like that. And of course, washer, dryer, kitchen. Had the works, right? So, everybody pitched in $100. There was 5 people that were invited. I pitched in $100. I was invited to stay Friday night, so I was like, okay, what the heck, I'll go check it out. And I know it's a teenage birthday party, but I'll go check out this house. So at first, I walked, you look at the house. I got there at night, so I didn't see the outside of it. But when I got inside, it was like, whoa, it was like this huge wow factor. The big vaulted 20-foot ceiling with the chandelier hanging in the entranceway. And then, of course, I had my bedroom upstairs. And every bedroom, like I said, was 5-bedroom, 5-bath. Every bedroom had its own bath and closet. And, it was fairly nicely decorated. Now, why am I telling you all this, okay? There's got to be a hook. Well, this is why I'm telling you this. Because at first, when I was there, I was impressed. But then as I was there, and as I spent the night, and then I looked at this place during the day, and I saw how close the neighbors were. Like, the neighbors were a stone's throw away, literally. Their window, you had maybe, I'm kidding you not, maybe this much space as a little, I don't even know what you want to call it, a grass walkway in between your neighbor from the left and your neighbor from the right. And even the neighbors in the back were so close to the back of the screened-in pool area that you had no privacy whatsoever. Like, anybody could look out their window and see you. Anybody can open their door or window and listen to your conversation. That's how close these houses were. And then on top of that, the walls are paper thin. I was in the bathroom where I was at, and I was just tapping on the wall. I said, man, these walls are super thin. And then on top of that, every time I went to close my bathroom door, or, just slightly, so I had room, the door started to just slowly do this. I would push it open, and it would just slowly shut on its own. And I was like, why is it doing this on its own? So then when I stepped outside, when I was getting ready to leave, and I actually looked at the house, I stepped back, and I'm looking at the house like I'm looking at you. It's sitting on a hill. There's a slight hill. And I said, well, no wonder the door keeps shutting to the left, because even though the house looks like it's flat on this hill, it must not have been built flat, because it kept doing that. So I'm thinking to myself, how much does this house cost? So somebody bought this house in order to just rent it out as an Airbnb. So I go online. It's a place called Windsor. It's Windsor Westgate in Kissimmee. If you want to look it up, you can vouch for what I'm saying. These homes start at $450,000. Okay, they start at $450,000, almost $500,000 for this house. And the longer I was there, the more I hated the place. And this is what brings me to my point of this video today, and I hope you can still hear me, but be careful what you wish for, because even if you get it, you're going to hate it. You know how many people out there would kill to have a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, fancy ass house with a vaulted ceiling and a pool, right? But after you move into the damn thing, you begin to see all the idiosyncrasies happening with this house, like the door shutting on its own because it's off center, like the walls being paper thin, like no privacy around you. Why would I pay $500,000 for no privacy? Why would I want to put all of that money into 20-foot vaulted ceilings and a pool that I'm going to have to clean? And not to mention, I got to clean 5 bedrooms and 5 baths, plus a huge living room on my own? I don't think so, unless I can afford a maid. And I thought to myself, this is not what I want. If I'm going to invest that kind of money, I'm going to put it into real estate. I'm going to put it into property. I want elbow room. I like space. You know what I mean? Like, I like this. I want this as my front yard. I don't want a freaking neighbor staring right at me. So that's the point of this story. And I think if you are in the market for a house, you know what my best advice would be now that we have Airbnbs? Pick a house on an Airbnb in a local town where you want to buy a house and actually rent that sucker out for 1 week if you can afford to do it. Do you know how much this place was for one night? I kid you not. $250 a night to stay in this house. That's why it was $100 a piece for all 5 of us, because they booked it for 2 nights. That's it. So I'm saying if you could afford to stay there for a week, do it, and then live there. And then once you get over the newness of the place and the wow factor, really, really look around you. And not to mention, this is another thing, the house was a cookie cutter version of every other house that was right next to it. Do you know what I mean by cookie cutter? They all looked the same. They all had Spanish tile. They all were a flat beige, white kind of color. And they all, they had manicured lawns. That's nice. And they, like I said, they were all crammed together, but they all looked the same. Nothing was different. In my definition, I call this suburban hell. I would not want to live there. I would not want to be in a cookie cutter house where I have no identity, that I am looking like everybody else on this block. And I'm paying God knows how much in taxes, probably homeowners' dues. For what? For something I thought was what I wanted, and then realized it was not. So before you waste your money and you waste your time living in a house that you're going to end up hating, rent the damn thing out on Airbnb for a week or 2, test ride it, and if you love it after that, I say buy it. If it's worth that $500,000, get it. If it's not, well, then you just saved yourself a lot of heartache, and then you can just say, sayonara, bye, my 1 week is up. So I just thought I'd bring that to you. I just thought that was an interesting, eye-opening experience for me, and I wanted to share that with you. I just want you to just be you, and just be conscious of all of the decisions you make in your life, including buying a home, which it's one of the most expensive investments that you could ever make in your entire life. You've got to be very choosy about that kind of investment. I'll have another video up next. I hope you had that value. If you found value in this one, I hope you did. I'll have another video up next that you can check out. That's if you're serious about your personal growth journey. I hope you stick around. Hey, and don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel, there's so many ways to do it. You can subscribe. You can kick over a few jingle change over at PayPal. I got a link below one time. Or you can subscribe to my Patreon account in a membership. And for just a cup of coffee cost, you can get help from me on your personal growth journey, and I can help you by giving you that free Zoom video chat, 1 hour, one-on-one, manana, is that how you say it? Mano, I don't know. One-on-one with me, personal growth, let's do it. I'd love to see you, I'd love to talk to you. We'll talk about anything you want that's bugging you on your personal growth journey. I'm a very good listener, and I'm a great virtual friend, and I love you. So you take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.